Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Maya Schonbach, and I am a clinical psychologist in training, and I work here at Helping Minds in the SkinPick program as well as in TrickStop. And today we'll be talking a little bit about our SkinPick program, and I'll be showing you a little bit how our program works. This webinar today will be short. It'll be around 20 minutes. And I really encourage you to ask questions throughout. If you can write them in the chat, and then we'll have a Q&A session at the end, and I'll be happy to answer them. And also, I really encourage you to stick around until the end, because there will be a promo code at the end of the presentation to give you help reduction in subscribing to our program. So let's get started. So first, I want to explain the overarching structure of our program. So the SkinPick program, it's a fully customized online program that teaches about skin picking and various evidence-based techniques that'll help you cope with your skin picking. So a really important aspect is the regular communication that you have with your therapist. And then through that communication, your therapist will adjust and customize the program according to your specific needs. We also provide virtual support groups through our program that are led by these skilled therapists. And so these allow you to engage with a community of individuals that are facing similar challenges to you. So there you can share experiences, you can gain support, you can offer encouragement to one another. And really these support groups, they occur several times throughout the month and at different times throughout the day so that people from all over the world can join. So yeah, we really encourage our members to join, and it's a great resource to gain extra support. And then specifically, we have two different types of programs within SkinPick. We have a personal program for people aged 15 and older. And then for those aged 14 and younger, we have something that we call a parent program that's specifically for the parents. And this parent program includes lots of age-appropriate modifications to all of these techniques, the evidence-based techniques that I'll shortly talk about. And it also gives lots of suggestions on how to better communicate with your child who is struggling with skin picking. So this is the main structure of every session. So the session content involves learning all about skin picking. It'll teach you how to become aware of your symptoms, about your setting, and really give you a lot of essential information about the disorder itself. And then throughout each session, there are different exercises. And these involve practicing various techniques that are taught in the program. And it's often done using our specialized tools. So for example, you could be practicing breathing techniques or also self-monitoring. And these exercises also include answering questions throughout the session that help you process and reflect on the session material. And then what's important about that is that your therapist will review all of your answers and then respond to you. And then that provides a jump-off point to correspond with your therapist. And then in terms of assignments, each week you'll be given assignments that really are practical tools for you to practice, really in order to deepen your insights and to create meaningful change. And assignments really are twofold. There's those that are predefined in the sessions, but you'll also get additional ones that really are customized to your unique needs that your therapist will deem to be appropriate. So if you really ever have any questions, don't hesitate to ask your therapist, because they're flexible and they're really here just to help you on your individual journey. And I do want to emphasize that taken all together, this can be a very, very intense program. And people often have a tendency to want to rush through and get to results as quickly as they can. But in doing so, in rushing, really don't have time to really try out all of the techniques, digest the information, give the assignments the time that they require, and in doing so, make meaningful and long-lasting change. And that's really what we're looking for at SkinPick. So in terms of therapists, it's important to say that we don't employ therapists that don't know how to treat body-focused repetitive behaviors, and specifically skin picking disorder. So everyone not only has the knowledge, but they also have the prior experience. So we insist on them having this experience because this is such a specialized program and it's very, very specific. So like I said, communication with your therapist is done in writing, and therapists typically respond in 24 hours on a weekday. And this is done by messenger and through emails. And it can be very helpful because you can reread the conversation and you don't have to worry about forgetting what was said. And clients have even taken screenshots of certain key conversations with their therapist and set it as their wallpaper on their phone so that they can have constant reminders. So really that's beneficial. And your therapist really helps you to customize the program to suit your specific needs. So if you want to explore some ideas or other theories, you really should communicate that with the therapist, because our therapists are pretty flexible with that. And again, every therapist has mastered all of the CBT evidence-based techniques that we use in our program, but every therapist brings something special to the table. So they all come from different backgrounds and have different knowledge additionally, so they can integrate that in it as well. So again, just don't hesitate to ask if you have something specific that you would like to explore. So like I said, we use evidence-based techniques in the program because that gives the program that works well for most people. But again, we're willing to explore more than that if a specific client wants to. So the first part of the program really is based on habit reversal training, or HRT. And the second part of the program is based on acceptance and commitment therapy, or ACT. And I'll talk a little bit more about these types of therapy in the next few minutes. But to find out more about HRT and ACT, we have dedicated webinars on those specific types of therapy that you can find on our SkinPick YouTube page. So keep that in mind if you feel like you need some more knowledge in those areas. So HRT is the first treatment that was explicitly designed for body-focused repetitive behaviors. So it's and it's also the recommended first line of treatment, and it's the most studied modality currently. So HRT is a behavioral form of therapy that's designed to address a wide variety of repetitive behaviors, including skin picking, but also hair pulling, nail biting, thumb sucking, tics. And really the key elements that HRT is based upon is building awareness of your picking, then identifying triggers, and then finding replacement habits for the behavior, for the skin picking. And studies show us that it works in reducing the behavior itself, but really as a mere behavioral treatment, it's really the start of your journey. So building awareness really is this key part here. And even though a lot of people may try to skip it, but we really encourage people to work on building awareness so that they know in advance to curb their instincts and urges to pick, and so that you can have, again, change that is long lasting. So next, I want to talk about ACT, or acceptance and commitment therapy. So it was developed by Stephen Hayes in 1982, and it's a form of third wave CBT, and it emphasizes acceptance, values, and mindfulness. And so in HRT, you will have dealt with more of the behavioral aspects. And here you'll learn how to deal with the urge and all of the difficult emotions that sometimes lead to picking. So kind of be considered a step up or the next stage where you can go kind of up in the chain of treatment. And it really is based off of core practical ideas that you can practice. And a core concept of ACT is called experiential avoidance. So experiential avoidance is a kind of defense mechanism. So it really is a group of behaviors that includes body focus repetitive behaviors and skin picking, in that these behaviors that help us cope with intense experiences by kind of channeling the energy of an emotion into the behavior, so into the picking, without actually having to reflect on the emotion or to process it. So experiential avoidance can best be seen when people say they're feeling perfectly calm, but they still are picking their skin. So that's really evidence of what an effective strategy skin picking is, but it's so unhealthy. So it helps you avoid processing the emotion, and it may calm you down in the short term, but you're avoiding it. You're not actually dealing with the underlying issue. So once you complete the core treatment elements of the program, your therapist may assign you additional sessions to continue to explore those aspects of skin picking that are relevant to you. So this will allow you to go deeper and to further explore the causes of your skin picking, as well as to develop more advanced coping strategies. So here, depending on your individual needs and also what your therapist thinks is most beneficial for you, you'll learn additional techniques. So things for maybe for meditation and for emotion regulation, and maybe you can work on boundary setting and other different important aspects. So I'm sure you're interested to know whether this program works. So after 3 weeks, 80% of our clients experience symptom reduction, which is huge. Within 3 months, clients experience a 46% reduction in symptom intensity. And finally, 91% of clients who finish the main modules of the program recommend it to other users. So again, it's important for me to say that this is not based on all our clients, but those who have completed the program. But base statistics. So first, I want to say in terms of payment that this is a subscription-based program. So it costs $260 every 4 weeks, and your subscription renews until you cancel it. So even though this price may seem high, when you compare it with traditional therapy, it's not very high. So traditional therapy is on average around $600 a month, and that's much higher than $260, where $260 is the price is less than the average price of 2 traditional therapy sessions. And in addition, in our program, you have daily communication with your therapist. And your therapist is someone who specifically knows how to deal with this with skin picking, which honestly is very hard to find a therapist that specializes in this. And I want to mention here that we have a $100 discount for the first month. So if you use the promo code PROWEB100, you can subscribe and get a discount. And it'll be again at the end when we have our Q&A. So finally, I wanted to talk about some free resources that we also have. So we have free resources also for subscribers and non-subscribers. So we really do encourage everyone to use them. So first, we have a free app that provides education, self-assessment, and self-monitoring. So in terms of education, it allows you to gain an initial understanding of skin picking and its causes, triggers, and associated conditions, and the physical and emotional impact of skin picking. And there you can learn about some evidence-based treatment strategies and the first steps that you can take towards healing on your own without a therapist. And you can begin your journey by taking a self-assessment. So this assessment will help you understand the severity of your skin picking and serve as a baseline to measure your progress. So if you choose to subscribe to the full program, we'll use this to tailor your treatment plan accordingly. And then finally, in our app, you can monitor your skin picking episodes, the duration and the intensity over time. So whenever you feel the urge or have an episode, you simply just take out your phone and make a new entry. And over time, you'll become more aware of your individual skin picking patterns, which is a crucial element in overcoming the disorder. So using all of this data, you can then take it to your therapist if you choose to subscribe to our program. And you can download our app for free on the App Store, either on the iPhone and for Androids. Additionally, we provide monthly free webinars. Sometimes I give them. And also something interesting is that sometimes people who participate live get to vote for the next topic so that you get to determine the content and see what interests you. And then finally, I really want to encourage you to join our SkinPick.com Facebook group. It's a really great opportunity for community, and it's a comprehensive center for information and for treatment options. So I first want to thank you for joining me today. And if you have any questions, you can type them into the chat. And if they're more personal, you can always email me. This is my email address, maya@helpingminds.com. If you have any support questions about the program, about the platform, about the app, you can email us at support@skinpick.com. And again, we have a really great discount for your first month of subscription. You can use the promo code PROWEB100. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording now.